All right, Rick, we're live.
Hey, hey, hey,
Misfits live.
Misfits, old farts live. Stay off my lawn.
Should I get my masks?
I know you should. I didn't. You know what? You gave me the link, and I never. I still need to pick them up.
They're only $7.
I know it's just too lazy to do it. So
I'll just mail yours. But I like to use yours and pretend like I'm you, though.
yeah.
That was
That,
fun at the
that,
National.
that was the most. I tell you, that was so much fun, man. Doing that.
Everybody thought we were nuts.
Like, what are these guys doing over here?
Get anything rare lately?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Did you get anything rare lately?
No, I haven't. Nothing. I just nah,
Don't have anything coming?
nothing coming.
That's not like you.
Yeah, you know what? I got to start saving now, man. I'm going to be at this national, and I'm not going to have literally anything.
I hear you. I hear you. I keep saying that, and then I'll find something
Something
and
comes up.
I'll pick it up.
Oh, I get that those tins are coming on Tuesday. Those Colligan tins.
Oh yeah.
I got to
That's
send you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll see
a
what condition they're in and all that stuff, and then
little
I'll
piece of
take the good
history.
one. You can have the other one.
I yeah, I really want I want to have one of each. You know, they had two different brands of gum
Yeah.
that those came in. I have the one, as I told you. It'd be nice to have both, but they're around. You could pick them up.
Yeah, I've seen them at the national and stuff. I just never. But I thought it was really cool with the one with the actual chip, the actual player in it.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. And I've been obsessed with the Colgan set. I just love it. And there were two different sets there. There was the what are those ones? The Stars of the Diamond,
yeah,
and then they had another more obscure set, and that has a Shoeless Joe Jackson in it.
yes,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one other than in a picture.
they're really good looking too. Totally
Yeah,
under.
well, like the Honus Wagner, it's so great because it's the same pose as the T206. That's what I love about it.
It's crazy too. The condition. They're in these little tins.
Yeah.
And the kids grabbing the gum out of it. Probably cares less if he has it. It's so easy to bend and everything else. And how they're, I don't know, the condition they're in is pretty crazy.
Well, I was just going to mention that. It is amazing the condition you can find those in after all these years. And they're thin, they're easy to crease. And I wonder if people stored them in those tins. And that's why they're a little easier to find in such great
Maybe
shape.
I'll find out let's see if I can even get the one out. Maybe I can't
It-
get it, type of thing. Maybe it's in there. Well, after all these years, but maybe it's not something that can be removed just like that. So maybe they just store them in there. Just don't take them out.
yeah, maybe they took the gum out and just
Yeah,
stored them in there.
yeah.
I don't know because you could find those in good shape. The other ones that always blow my mind that you could find in such high grade are the 1910 Sporting Life cards.
Yeah.
Those are pretty easy to find in high grade.
Yeah.
The old game cards like the 1906 Fan Craze, those are easy to explain because they were in a deck of cards.
Sure.
So they were stored in a box real nice, like a deck of cards, maybe for years. But some of these other issues are a little perplexing. Although that Sporting Life, as you know, because we got those envelopes at the National Atlantic City, maybe people kept them in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't you find a lot of those in high grade?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And whereas you see there's some of like the Williams caramel cards that are all bent out of shit. You never see them any decent shit. There's some issues that are just torn apart. But you're right. The sporting life ones seem to be in decent condition, and they go for they're pretty inexpensive compared to the T206 cards.
Yeah, I have two. Like I have a 7 and an 8, Deacon Felipe and Deacon McGuire, and I couldn't believe that they were in that kind of condition. Now I'm of the opinion Who's that one guy that has all those amazing Cracker Jack cards and everything that Jeff
Oh
Wilson
yeah,
interviewed? Vrobel or something?
yeah. I know what you're talking
See,
about.
I'm of the opinion that those kind of high grade cards don't really exist. I think like there's no way I can buy that these old Cracker Jacks in nines weren't cleaned or something. There's no way I could buy that they're not altered in some way.
Yeah. Well, the
I mean, you just
15s, obviously, the 15s, you can get them mail in. So you can,
yes,
if they're 15s, you can very easily see where they were never sent to someone from they're in fact somebody had them and
the
never opened them.
15s, yes, but
Yeah,
the 14s,
yeah.
anything in high grade has to be suspect. I mean,
Yeah.
they were in with Cracker Jacks. I always feel the same way about T206s. I mean, they came in soft cigarette packs, and they probably didn't come out of the pack of nine, but who knows? It just blows my mind some of the condition of some of these old cards.
Yeah.
Uh, I, I don't know. Maybe they were collected a little bit more readily than we think, and people took better care of them than we
Maybe.
think. I
Oh,
mean,
there's
because
so many of
a
them
lot
out.
of the cigarette cards and stuff were, they were grown men getting these things, not kids, obviously. And maybe there were men that collected them, and they didn't give them all to the kids. Because I read an old article from back then, and they were talking about the craze of they called them baseball men, and how kids would stand in front of the store and beg
Yeah,
guys who were buying cigarettes to get their baseball men. It was a great article. So we
yeah,
know that went on. But the newspaper was talking about this new craze when they came out like the T206s.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I saw, I think you saw it too. Is Victor, the rookie card specialist, had a video today regarding rookie cards, and he's really he's kind of the way I collect is not the way he collects. So I probably have I'm not deep diving into this, but I do have an opinion, because he was saying basically that you know you should know which cards to collect, which are the good rookie cards to collect, and which are not the greatest cards to collect, and not necessarily go by by what you like, because you might not like it in 10, 20 years, that particular card. So but I mean, if I'm going to collect something, I'm going to collect something I like, whether it's a Leaf product or a Panini product or whatever. Even if it's an off-brand, brand product, I'm going to collect it. If I like it, I'm going to collect it. So, um,
Yeah.
well, go ahead. I mean, on that
Well,
little,
well he was a little passionate in this last one. He's always passionate.
yeah,
I respect Victor for his hobby participation, his passion uh, for it. I have my own opinions on the whole rookie card thing too. Like some things I disagree with, and he is trying to. I don't know when he was born. I'm gonna guess he's an Aquarius because I'm an Aquarius, and one of the signs of Aquarians is you like rules and order and everything in its place and everything to be the way it should be in your mind. That's one of the what I think is a bad part of my sign, but that's just the way we are, right? That's just a guess, but he wants to come up with set rules for all of us to follow. And I used to say before Victor came along, before the modern cards, who made up these rules about rookie cards, right? So there are some things that are kind of silly. Like you'll take, I don't know, like a non-sports card, an actor or you name it, whatever, and you'll call it a rookie card. Well, actors aren't called rookies. Like it's their first card. Like
yeah,
to me, there's a difference between a rookie card and a first card. To me, the 1957 Topps Frank Robinson is a first card. It wasn't made his rookie year. And like the 1960 Carl Yastrzemski is a prospect card. It's his first card. It was he didn't play till 61. Those kinds of things. The other things I disagree with are, like you say a Hostess or a Kellogg's isn't a rookie card. Well, why not? It was widely distributed. You could buy them anywhere. Why is it not a rookie card? You're like, who
Yeah,
sets these rules?
because
And one of the things,
it came out of a cereal box,
yeah, but
not out
anybody
of
could
a
buy them. They
well, it
were
came out of
widely
a pack.
distributed.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
like a
I
lot
mean,
of
just
the,
I just grew up in a whole different time, so I don't.
yeah,
I couldn't tell you the things I collect now pre-war. I could not tell you Babe Adams or whoever's what are Marquardt, any Joe Wood. Who's a rookie? What's a rookie card? I have
I'm
zero
with
idea.
you on that.
I
I
don't even
don't
care.
care. That's the thing. I don't
I don't
care.
care either. I literally don't care. You can.
I
I
don't
couldn't.
care if it was
I could
1908 or
tell you any of those
1909.
players rookie cards.
Yeah, and a lot of those
Yeah.
guys didn't have a main card, right? Because there was a little gap. So if their rookie year was 1906, like let's take Ty Cobb. What was his rookie year? 1904 or 1906, somewhere in
Something like
there.
that.
And they have there's like a postcard with him on. So now everybody's saying, well, this is his rookie card. So it shoots up in value, and it's a postcard. So a lot of these guys that came up a few years in between there where they weren't really issuing cards, you got to look to the T206 set. It's kind of like basketball with the 1986 Fleer. Like
Yeah.
it's loaded with rookies because they didn't make basketball cards, for several years.
Sure. Yeah.
So back then, it's like that, or you're going to get obscure stuff. And so if their rookie card, I think Babe Adams is he came up in 1909, and so 1910 are his first cards, and one of them is the orange border, right? And I think there's only one in existence. I know I just saw it in I think Sports Collectors Digest or Beckett Vintage, one of those magazines, about a year or two ago, where somebody acquired one, and I think it's the only one in existence. So is that something? Those were on the side of candy boxes. Was that widely distributed enough that they call it a rookie card? And this is where the rules get all fuzzy. Nowadays, it has to be licensed and it has to have that RC on it. But we saw the Wander Franco debacle where he had all these cards his rookie season, but they weren't rookie cards. Like that's ridiculous. Now, one of the things I wanted to bring up on this is that Victor was talking about, like, everybody wants inserts today, right? They want the short prints or the one of ones, and he's saying those aren't rookie cards. That you should want the main card, something along those lines. I don't want to misquote him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is if you look at the auction houses, you look at the Mike Trout that'll sell for a million or 400,000, or any of these cards that go for five, six figures. They are the inserts, the autographs, the numbered cards. That's what people want today, and the hobby evolves. There's a lot of things you and I don't understand, but I still recognize that's the way it is, right?
Yeah.
And so it's evolved. So people don't want the mass produced 5,000 different, regular rookie cards, because they're not special. Anybody can get those.
Yeah.
So they want the inserts and so forth. But if we're not calling them rookie cards, does it really matter what we call them? That's the one people want. Their first card.
Exactly.
That's an insert, that's numbered, that's autographed, whatever.
Yeah.
So you can call it what you want, but that's what people want.
So this his rookie card right here. Let me show you. Wander Franco's first number one prospect, but he's in a he's in a minor league of, I don't know. So anyway,
that would be a prospect card.
Prospect card, okay. So what should I do with this thing there? Should I get the lighter thing and set it on fire or what? But I can see his point, but it's just never going to go back to what it was, because all the companies have ruined it. There's 2,000 rookie cards. There's green, red, blue, pink cards. There's numbered cards. There's autographed cards. It's a taco card. Is that, it's just like, it's never going to go back. So if you want to be like, hey, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that exact rookie card like it was 30 years ago, okay, fine. But it's just not the way it is anymore. It's just not. So
Yeah, and I still kind of collect that way because I'm old school and I like to have the regular rookie cards. But that's me. Not everybody does.
sure,
I mean, I've been getting great rookie cards. I mean, you talk like Brock Purdy for $3, $7. You know, they don't. Their regular rookie cards, nobody
yeah,
wants them, so they go so cheap. But I want them, and I'm glad. You know, I'm happy to be able to get them for those prices. But it's a different world. But why do we have to have these strict rules in place? Because I mean, some of us have always thought the huge dispersion between rookie cards and other cards was ridiculous.
yeah,
I'm one of those, and I really don't care if it's a rookie card. Like, you know, a lot of the rookie cards are the worst looking cards of some people. Like, if you
exactly.
had to choose between all of Gibson's cards, would the pink 59 be your first choice?
Yeah,
No, but it's the one that sells for the most and everybody wants because it's his rookie card. And many collectors only collect rookie cards.
yeah. I mean,
I
it's
mean, you
fine.
go, that's the only card they want of a player.
Yeah. I mean, I can see. I don't know. It, I'm just this whole thing collecting this modern stuff. It's to way over my head. You know, I have one Purdy card, for instance. It's a prism. You know, and I'm not going to spend that kind of money, even though he's on my team. I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars. So
Yeah,
just,
I'm the same way.
I
I'm
mean,
the same way.
it's crazy. It's just, I don't know. So, but for Victor to say, that, don't really collect what you like now because you might get in the future is to me is kind of crazy. Hey, if I don't like it in the future, I'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'll pick something else. Or
Well, those rookie
no.
cards that sell for those ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, I'm not convinced those are collectors. I think there's just a lot of people investing, and it's a bunch of rich flippers selling to each other. I think that's what goes on.
Yeah, yeah.
We have so many
I
people
don't
in
know.
this hobby now who, like, no matter what card they get, is probably for sale shortly after. You know, I don't think as many people today cherish the card so much that, like, if they get an offer, it's gone. I don't
Yeah,
think it
yeah,
was. It used to be like that because I'm of the opinion that most of the people in the hobby nowadays are more in it for that kind of thing, for the money and um, flipping and holding it for a
yeah,
while, selling it, getting something new. It's a lot of constant. The collection's constantly evolving. Where people like me and you, once it comes into our collection, it's there for life. Every once in a while, maybe if you have some dream card, you might make a trade or sell some things off to get it. But that's kind of not the norm, right? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, exactly, exactly. I mean, okay, I have here. This is all around 2000. I have Ken Harvey rookie card. Remember Ken Harvey,
Yeah,
or Morgan Insberg. But all these cards were a couple bucks. I mean, $1. Uh,
right.
Junior Spivey, it's numbered to 1,000. Ricky says rookie. But these are all just a couple bucks. I was never spending $100 on some guy that I never heard of. Just I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Just
that's changed. I remember when I got back into the hobby in 2014, and Johnny Manziel was the big thing. And I remember people were paying like $230 for his rookie card. And I'm like, what is going on? Man, this hobby's changed.
yeah,
Why are they paying? He hasn't even stepped on the field yet. And when the first game I watched, I was laughing my ass off because he was so bad. And all these people were paying hundreds of dollars for his cards.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I give him credit for sticking with it. Um, his list, but I don't know. We're just never going to go back. So, I mean, if that's what he wants to collect, collect it. But that's just not the way I collect nowadays. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
understand totally where he's coming from because he's a rookie card collector. Rookie cards are very important to him, and he wants set rules and parameters. Me, on the other hand, they're not really that important to me. Like they don't control my collection and what I do, and I just don't care. I don't care that much. Like if I
yeah,
think if Robin Yount had a Hostess card in 1975, to me that's a rookie card. You know, to me it is, and I don't care. If I'm into rookie cards, I would like, it's special to me for that reason. More
sure.
special maybe. Um, but you don't have to call it a rookie card. I don't care. You don't have to put a value on it as a rookie card. I don't care about that either.
Yeah,
So, whatever the hobby wants to do, the hobby is a collective of
yeah,
everybody, collectors, flippers, whatever. If everybody
exactly.
agrees on something, then so be it. But I just do
Yeah,
my thing.
yeah. Maybe that's the way. I agree. I agree.
Well, you and I collect a
I
lot of
agree.
things that other
I don't know.
people wouldn't
Anyway,
even want,
I mean,
right?
Victor's a great is a.
Oh, you were cutting out. Did I lose you?
Oh, you're kind of coming in and out, but I was going to
Oh,
say that Victor's a great guy. I've met him, at the Nationals and so forth, and we had some conversations about rookie cards. But I guess I just like you, it's not that important to me. So maybe I should not even. I mean, if it's not that important to me, I shouldn't be worried about what he's saying about. So I give him
yeah,
credit
yeah,
for
yeah.
sticking
Well, I mean,
sticking
we
with
all
it.
we all have opinions, and because we are passionate collectors or passionate about the hobby, I don't even want to use the word collectors anymore because there's so many other people in the hobby. So if you're in the hobby and you're passionate about the hobby, you gotta respect that, regardless if you agree or not disagree. And Victor's a great member of the community, and he's certainly passionate, and I give it to him for that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we
yeah.
all have opinions.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, but anyway, that's kind of the rookie, the rookie thing. But so I understand you're going to do a Royal Rumble with Dave, huh? Regarding altering cards, and it should be very interesting. You two old farts going at it.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't even know what I'm debating. I was sitting here reholdering some cards, and I put Dave's video on, and I'm watching it and listening to his thoughts, and then all of a sudden he's calling me out for a debate. I'm like, and the funny thing is I've been texting recently with him and my man Greg at Midlife Cards, and neither one of them mentioned to me anything about this. So the first time I heard it was when Dave was saying it on the video, and I texted him immediately. I'm like, I don't think this is going to be a very good debate. I think we agree on everything because, you know, on my video, I was just asking questions. I was asking for input. I was putting it out there. Uh, I card alteration is here to stay. It is what it is. Restoration, alteration, whatever you want to call it. And I think everybody missed the point of my video. The point of my video was just to bring up bring it up, get people's feedback, make give everybody something to think about. But the main point of my video
Yeah,
is now with this restoration, and it's done at such a high level. Um, when I say high level, I mean it's so common now with Kurt's Card Care Kit and all this, uh, that I don't trust a graded card any more than I trust a raw card now. I don't think it's any less likely to have been altered than a raw one, because everybody always said they buy graded cards for the warm and fuzzy, that card hasn't been tampered with. Well, when and I've listened to some graders who admit that they can't tell. and they can't even tell in many cases when they've been trimmed. So if you have it in a slab or you don't have it in a slab, I don't think one is more likely altered than the other. And the thing, one of the points I made was, I think that you're, as time goes on with these restoration kits and so forth, and just the fact that everybody's doing it, it's accepted in the hobby now, is that you're going to have more altered cards in
Yeah.
slabs than you are raw, because there is no incentive for you to alter a raw card unless you can get it over on PSA. So, and if they're not catching it, like the incentive is to get the a high grade and get that extra money. That's what the incentive is. So, people aren't paying top dollar for raw cards. Uh, so I guess in some ways it'll make raw cards. Maybe you do question them as time goes on more because maybe they're kickbacks from PSA that they did catch, right? And I know that contradicts what I just said a minute ago, but as I'm thinking about it, that might be more likely, and maybe that's what PSA wants, because then nobody will want a raw card ever if they're all the leftovers from the ones that got kicked back. And if you send in 20 restored cards and 18 of them get graded, and you got two left over, what do you do with the two that are left over? I see guys all the time on YouTube who will send in some obscure card, and they're pissed off because PSA won't grade it. Oh, they don't grade it. So now they don't know what to do with this card. So they only collect PSA slabs, but now they have this raw one. And I always wonder, what do they do with that raw one? Do they keep it? Do they enjoy it? Do they like it? Do they get rid of it because PSA won't slab it? I always wonder that,
Yeah.
because it's got
Yeah.
to drive them nuts. If you don't want to collect anything, it's not a PSA slab, and you have these cards they won't grade, like the Bond Bread, for instance. So do you just have no interest in collecting those at all? Do you not want the Bond Bread Jackie Robinson because PSA won't slab them anymore, or how does that work? What do you think?
Yeah. When I first started sending into SGC, for instance, they only had a couple graders, and they were there for pretty much from the start. And so you could pretty much, I had some confidence what they were doing, because they weren't grading a heck of a lot of cards back then, you know. But nowadays they've hired PSA SGC's hired so many people that they're going through these cards probably just like that to look at a card, and they're going to miss stuff. You know, they're
Yeah, of
just going to
course.
miss it. I mean, it's just the way it is. They look at a card for 10 seconds, and heck, they mislabel stuff. They really don't know. They really just don't know. I mean, they're grading the card, but maybe they just don't know. I'm spinning. Oh, there I am. I just lost you for a second.
Yeah,
Are you still
you're
there?
back. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I can
John,
hear
you're
you,
not
but you're.
talking. That's a first. Can you hear me?
Can you not hear me? Maybe I'm
Hello,
frozen.
John. John. Oh,
Am I on here? I can't tell if I lost Rick or if you guys lost me. Can somebody put in a comment if we just lost Rick? Can you guys still hear me? Thank you. Double D, what's up? Yeah, Rick left me high and dry. Lou, weren't you supposed to jump on here? All right, thanks, guys. Well, Rick left me. He lives in California. Maybe he didn't pay his high taxes.
Hey,
There
you see
you
me?
are.
Hey,
Yeah.
yours was going out first. What are you talking about? I was saying
Well, I
about your
thought I was the one
dial-up.
that was out. Yeah. I
Your
thought it was
dial-up,
me.
it only takes you about 10 hours to upload a video where you live.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm tired of talking about card restoration and all.
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
just do my thing, man. Yeah.
I mean, my bottom line is, hey, do what you want. It's your card, but don't just try to deceive someone. If I trim this, I do that. I don't try to get it great. I'm not going to get it graded or deceive someone.
But
I mean,
if they grade it and nobody knows the difference, what difference does it make?
yeah, but I'm saying
You
you're
wouldn't
getting,
because you don't know.
yeah, but you're the one. If you're the one sending it in, you're obviously trying to deceive the grading companies or whoever's going to buy that car in the
That's
future.
right, but you'll never stop that. Like, I wouldn't do it, but you're never going to stop that.
I'm
That's
not.
what people do today. I mean, they use cards as currency today. That's their business. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
So anyway,
it's going to be done, and if nobody can catch it and you get that card and it has a nice high grade and you're happy with it, no one's the wiser. You can't know.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, if the grading companies with loops and everything can't tell, how the hell is the average person, average collector? Especially a
You
lot of these newer collectors who've never seen these many of these sets that you and I have. They've never even seen them before. So how would they know?
yeah.
I mean, heck, some of the cards, the PSA grades, they only graded one, so they've never seen it before. I always question how they even can grade a card they've never seen before. How can they authenticate it? But I guess there's ways to authenticate or to deduce if paper is from the right time period and this and that. But when I've seen shows where they do that, man, it takes weeks. They talk to all kind of different experts, and PSA is grading it in 2 minutes. So I don't think they're capable of time matching the paper and stuff like that. But who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe they are.
but it really doesn't affect us too much because what we collect is mostly low grade stuff nowadays. So
Yeah, I
if
mean,
it
when you're
has,
talking about the real old stuff, and I mean, if it has a little tiny, if it has a little mark on it, or I don't know, if it's altered a little bit, I don't know. I've kind of changed my view on that over the years, because I really don't buy authentic cards unless they're hand cut cards,
yeah,
and I've never bought an authentic unless it was hand cut, except for my what is it, old Judge Hugh Duffy.
hmm,
Like the 1800s cards, I've broken my rule. But like I
yeah,
don't buy T206s that are A or anything like that. And I don't know, it's just always bothered me because once you see that A, it just I had to talk myself into the hand cut cards when I realized how ridiculous it was that they were putting A's on these things and how I, I don't know, it's suspect to me to even grade hand cut cards. But like to give a hand cut card a 10 is seems silly to me. But I don't mind it with that at all.
yeah.
Not at all.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say there's a Ty Cobb Cracker Jack card. Okay, one, it looks like it's beat to hell. Somebody ran it over, and it goes for the same price. It's a one. It goes for the same price as somebody trimmed a corner a little bit, but looks fantastic. Which one are you going to go for?
Well, when you say
The one
trim the
that
corner,
trimmed the
like
corner?
it's missing a corner.
No, no, no. Just it's a little, it doesn't meet size requirements. Somebody trimmed the side of it, let's say, of the
Yeah, I mean,
card.
well, yeah,
Which
probably.
one would you
Well, I
have?
wouldn't
Which one
want the
would you
beat
have? The
up
beater?
one. I
Okay.
tend to not buy beaters at all. I mean, maybe if it was like the T206 Hannes Wagner, wouldn't mind a beater. Um, and when you say beater, like it could be wrinkled and not be a beater to me. Like if
No,
it
I mean not
presents, but if
totally,
it's
but
like paper
it's
loss
obviously a
over his
one.
face and stuff like that, generally I don't even want the card if it's in that kind of
Okay. Well,
condition.
let's say it's a card you want, a Joe Jackson Cracker Jack card, that you're never gonna, but somehow you come across some money and you got a chance to get one that looks like a 4 or 5 or 6, it looks great, but somebody did something to it? Or are you going to get the one that has a crease across his body and maybe missing a little paper on the corner and this, that?
Well,
Which
I
one are you
mean,
going to go
if
for?
those are my
For the
only
same.
two choices, then I would probably go with the altered one. But um, my answer
Yeah.
in most of those cases is I'd pay a little bit more money and get one with a grade.
Yeah, but like I said, you're talking to Joe Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So yeah, I'm
even an
exactly.
altered one's going to be stupid money.
Yeah. So I would do the altered nine times out of 10. You know.
So if I could pay fifty
When it
thousand,
comes to,
if what I'm saying is if I could pay 50,000 and get an altered one, or 55 or 60 and get a better copy, I'd probably pay the 55 or 60 if I have that kind of money to spend.
yeah, yeah,
It's
I
like
hear you.
if you could get what you're describing for 500, and you could get a real nice example that's not altered for 1,500. I'd probably just
Hmm.
hold off and pay the 1,500. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't know. Don't you have some cards that you've acquired over the years, and maybe you sold them because they just didn't have good feng shui? Like you just don't enjoy looking at them, or something bothers you on the card. Back in the day, I sold some cards. I just because they bothered me. I didn't. I had this Joe DiMaggio, the blue tint, and it was a
Hmm.
nice high grade one, and it was real sharp. But he had this black dot like on his face, and it just drove me insane.
Okay.
And I sold it and got a 1 later on, years later, because I always wanted to get it again. Um, but back then, I didn't realize how rare those were. Like, well, I'll call them scarce. They're not that easy to find, and I didn't realize that at the time because I had that one, and that was before like pop reports and stuff. So we didn't know back then how hard it was to find some of these cards. So I always figured I'd get another one. And then by the time I got around to it, because I stopped collecting for a while, they were through the roof, expensive and so forth. But I picked up a one that has creases, and I like that better than that high grade one I had with the black dot on his face.
Got you.
It's not all about the grade to me. I don't know why. Like sometimes you just have a card, and there's something about it that just bugs you. And
Yeah, I hear you.
so when my point is that when I know it's altered and it has that big A on it, sometimes that bothers me. Like,
Got you. I have cards that have pinholes. That it
yeah,
doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. Hey, if I
I'd
could save
rather, yeah,
money,
yeah, I'd
I'm
rather
doing a
have a
nine.
1.5 with a pinhole
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Those
I don't
those
care.
pinholes on those old cars don't bother me at all. Most of the time, you can barely see them. They just
Yeah,
look like yeah. They don't bother me at all.
yeah, yeah. I do those all the time. I'll even do if there's something on the back, some writing on the back. We're talking rare stuff. Where
Yeah,
somebody put LF left field. If I can save a ton of money, and I'm not going to find this card again for that kind of thing, I don't care.
yeah. I actually enjoy getting the ones with the initials, as you know,
Yeah,
with the stamp backs. I look around to see if I can reunite them. I've only ever done it once. I reunited two. Uh, that was the Allen and Ginter Cap Anson and Jack Glasscock. They had the same stamp on the back from a guy in Manhattan,
I hear
and I
you.
specifically sought them out. But they're always going to have a low grade because they have writing on them or a stamp on them or something. But I don't care.
Yeah. Hey, I think Lou in that thing? Is Lou in
Oh,
the chat?
thank you for letting me know. Let's get his take on some stuff.
Yeah, he's a young buck. Hey, hey, hey.
There you go. We got a younger person on,
Young, I'm
and he
42, bro. I'm oldest.
we
My
could
back
we could find out your take
Lou,
on
what are
rookie
we
cards.
saying that's wrong? Help us out here, man. We're
What are
a
you
bunch
guys talking
of
about?
stay off my lawn people here.
What are you guys talking about? I just
We're talking about a little bit of everything
one
and a bunch of nonsense.
everything, yeah.
Werther's original. You guys talking about Werther's original? You old ass mother trucker.
Ha! Hey, I like those things.
Some peppermint.
I liked those things when I was young,
Oh, I love them.
from the time I was a kid.
My favorite things. The
Did you
funny
get your
thing is,
lunchbox yet?
no, but I got some on my watch list.
I
I figured
had to get one.
I
I'm
figured I
gonna
was
I'm gonna
betting
find
against
something cool
it.
to store in here.
It seemed like they were going for like $10, and all of a sudden they're going for like 20, $25. I figure I was, you know, competing against Club 21 because you put it in the text thread, and all of a sudden now they're going for like 25, $30. I'm like, let me.
I tell you, when I did the video on it, everybody was pinging me and texting me and commenting that they were on getting one
Yeah,
because like me, I didn't know these existed till I stumbled on it. And once you know they exist, you know, I don't know. You have to be a true collector to
appreciate.
want one, to want one of these because you ain't gonna flip it or anything.
Nah, I'm going to use that national for
Yeah,
a bingo case.
yeah, it'll be my flamingo case. That's a good idea. I was joking around with people telling them that. I'll be walking around the national with this little tiny thing. Oh no, I got outbid on something. Oh well. You guys are keeping me from my work on eBay.
Yeah, I got some ideas for the national. I got my big boy card I want to target, but I'm not gonna be.
I'm saving you money.
I'm
You
not gonna,
are.
I'm not gonna be just like. 'Cause that's why I messed up in AC. I was so focused on the Campanella that I missed out on so many deals. I'm gonna have an open mind. I
Well,
like.
that's a good topic. That's a good topic. Rick, do you have a strategy when you go to the national?
No.
Rick.
Okay, so
What
Lou,
I'll do,
you said you're going to have an open mind
what
this
I'll
year.
do,
Did you have a strategy last time you went?
Yeah, I mean, I should have
the first,
followed. I should have followed Rick's lead. Rick was. Do you remember after the national? Like after every day, we were looking for Rick, and Rick was on the couch looking at auctions. That guy had the damn iPad out looking at auctions. Like, bro, we were just on the floor for like 6 hours, 7 hours, and the guy was an animal. He was like, guys, look at this auction. Look what they have going on. I'm like, how do you have the energy? Me and George drinking in the kitchen, and George and Rick is just looking at auctions all day. I don't know how you have the energy for that. But
why?
my strategy, I messed up, and I was so focused on getting a campy. I'm like, I gotta have a campy. This is my first real national. I gotta get this. I gotta look for it. And it seems like everyone and their mother got a campy, a 49 campy, and I missed out on so many good deals. I was like, because the camping was going to take the chunk of my budget for obvious reasons. And after the third day of not buying anything substantial, I said, let me just forget about it. And even going back to the same tables and dealers where I made notes of cards that I liked, they were either gone or the dealer had no idea what I was talking about because, they're always rotating their cases, they're putting stuff up, they're putting stuff in their cases, or not bringing the same stuff out. So if you see it and it's a good deal, get it. I don't think you should sit on getting that magical, big boy card when you see it to make the national is going to be phenomenal regardless. And I have there's a big boy card that I want, and I'm going to keep it. My inner circle will know what it is, but I'm not going to put it out for the YouTube world to know because it seemed like that AC National, Ray from Philly got a campy, 49 campy, Picker Jim S got a campy, Papa Ross got a campy, and they're all showing me, and I felt like because I've been talking about it for like 6-7 months up to the National that I was going to get one, and the fact that I was the only one that left the national without one, I was like, I'm going to stop talking about the cars that I want and just, let lightning strike when it strikes, There's going to be that great vintage table and where the guy wants to sell cars. There's going to be dealers that just want to show their collection, and you guys know what I'm talking about. They're just there to show their cards because the price is going to be so phenomenally high that they're just there for museum pieces. But there's going to be that one guy that's hungry, that needs to pay that national table fee, and he's going to sell cards. And I didn't hit that till like the third or fourth day, where I picked up a couple key vintage cards, and it was like the third or fourth day, and I bought like 3 cards from him, and that was the majority of my budget because he was there to sell cards. Other guys are just there to show cards, and people who haven't been to the national know what I'm talking about. So my strategy is be there, drink, have fun with friends, and when the cardboard shows up, pick it up.
All right, this is the breaks. Wanted to know, and I should have said, these are from this year's archives. So I guess one of the ways they distributed them was in a box that this came in, and then the packs were inside. And so they have, the best of my knowledge, 4 of these: Clemente, Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron. Those are the 4 I've seen.
I feel bad because 4 collectors invited me to their trivia, and I just decided I'm calling in sick. I had a long day at work today, and I started drinking, and after the week I've had and the day I've had today at work, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna call in sick. So
Well, let's hope that your coworkers don't watch this.
well, I can call in, bro. I got 18 years on the job. I can call in. Nowadays, I was reading like our SOPs and MRRs. You could call in sick for a mental day, a mental sick day. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, now did you get your boy yet?
My boy, he went to the Dodgers from my understanding. He's not my boy. He's a traitor.
Yamamoto.
Yeah, he's a Dodger, man. He didn't go to the Yankees.
Oh, what was I thinking?
What was that, Top Snap card?
No, this is a Bowman.
They already got them in.
Well, Bowman Japanese card.
Oh, I was like, Bowman's already got him in there?
Yamamoto. I was watching some film on him. He looks like he has some nasty stuff. We shall see, though.
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, everyone looks good in their own controlled environment. It's kind of like when the quarterbacks bypass the combine and they're doing their pro day. They all look good, His mechanics.
Well, you have to have like so much talent to make it to that level, and when you watch those pitchers, I mean, they all have nasty stuff. It takes more than just nasty stuff to be a great pitcher. Like some of your best pitchers didn't necessarily have nasty stuff, like Maddox or whatever, but they knew how to work batters.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's also you put them in that atmosphere. You put them in certain situations. I mean, it's one thing to pitch at home when you're comfortable, but put them in Dodger Stadium during the playoffs. Put them in the Bronx when you got 60,000 screaming fans. That adrenaline is hitting you. 3-2 count, bottom of the ninth. Like what do you have? That's when we care about it. We don't care about April or May or June when you're
Well, that's because you're a Yankee fan. When you're a Pirate fan, yeah, you care about those months because you ain't going to be around in October. That's for damn sure.
I guess.
And not as long as this owner has him anyway.
Oh, my gosh. But, Rick, talk about the game today. You feeling good about your Niners going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm feeling good when you get that week off next week, rested up. We tend to play better when we're rested because we got some older guys. We'll see.
I didn't even notice. Hey,
hopefully.
Did your Steelers make it? I know they won, but did everything fall in place?
Yep, they're in the playoffs, and I have sweet vindication because every analyst, every NFL analyst out there that I heard, every single one of them picked us to lose the entire division. So a little vindication for that. And my boy Mason Rudolph has been playing great, and I've always been a Mason Rudolph fan. I never understood why he was third string to begin with. It took 2 weeks of the fans chanting his name for Tomlin to finally put the guy in, and now he's 3-0. And they're playing some good football. They're probably not going to win because Tomlin never wins in the playoffs, but at least we're going. At least I get to watch it one more time.
John, you beat me to it, bro. You got the most love-hate relationship with the Steelers.
I do. I have a love-hate relationship because
like I know you. I could feel it through the text. I know you love the Steelers, but you talk so much shit on the Steelers.
I loved Tomlin. It's just the last 7 years or so. It's been, it's hard to watch. They started off last year. They were awful in the first half of the season. I stopped watching the games. They were so god awful. Then they brought Kenny Pickett in, and he looked great. And they were one game away, one team losing, just like this year, from actually going to the playoffs. I couldn't believe it. The 1 year I thought Mike Tomlin did his best coaching job was Big Ben went down, and we had Mason Rudolph, and Mason Rudolph was playing well, and we were actually doing really well, and then he got hurt, and they didn't have another quarterback, and they took this guy, I forget his last name, Ducky. His first name was Ducky, they called him, off the practice squad, and even he was winning some games, and I was sending notes to all my friends. I'm like, this is his best coaching. Like, if they have a winning year this year, he should get Coach of the Year for winning with this team. Like, it was just unbelievable that he was winning. I thought that was his best season because that's when it's tough to coach, when you don't have a quarterback. But their offensive coordinators for the last several years have just been awful. We throw backward passes more than we throw forward ones. They're putting these young quarterbacks in 3rd and 12, second and 11. They're always in long yardage situations. So finally, he's letting Mason throw down the field, and we've been running the ball super great. So Mason's in, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 5. He's in manageable situations. When you're running backwards all the time, and you're losing 5 yards or running into the line of scrimmage every 1st and 2nd down. It puts the quarterback in a bad place, unless you have Tom Brady.
Because I know they're running the ball well. I don't follow Steelers like I do my Bucks. Bucks are NFC champs, NFC South champs. We're gonna be hosting the Eagles. Eagles have been terrible the last 3 weeks, so I'm feeling good.
Oh, they did. They just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
they were unstoppable the first half of the season.
Yeah, the Eagles is just, I don't know what happened with the Eagles. But what's up with Pickett? Like, he's saying he's healthy. Pickett, what's the drama in Pittsburgh? I mean,
well, he had ankle surgery, and Mason came in, and he's playing fantastically. And they're gelling, and they're clicking. Pickett only played 2 weeks after they fired that offensive coordinator. The first game he played super well. The second game he got hurt halfway through it. But the way Mason's playing, how do you bring anybody else in? Like, he's having a Cinderella kind of end of the year here. Who knows what could happen?
That's what I was telling my buddy. My buddy was like, yo, you have this young stud. He's the future of Pittsburgh. And I told him, I'm like, Tomlin is an old school coach, just like any other coach. He probably feels more comfortable with the vet. The vet's been there. He's done that. He's seen it. Even though he's a career backup, he probably feels more comfortable with them because
you cannot bench a guy that's in the zone.
That's what
I mean, didn't you learn that from Tampa Bay when they benched Blake Snell when they took him out of that game in the World Series? Come on, you got to leave a guy in the zone.
That's a little.
You got to go with your hot hand, and I'll tell you, Mason Rudolph has a winning record for the Steelers. He always filled in for Big Ben, and he won most of the game. Most of the time. He always played well for us when he filled in. That's why I never understood why he was 3rd on the depth chart. There's not an NFL analyst I've heard, not a fan I've heard, not a YouTube channel I've heard that says Trubisky should even be in the league.
No.
And for him to be starting over Mason Rudolph, and the only reason is because he's making way more money. They paid Trubisky a stupid amount of money, and that's the only reason.
Well, the young influencers, the young flippers, they love Trubisky. He was a buy low guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against him. I was rooting for him, but man, he's been playing awful. And I mean, he won. He was something like 1-4 or 1-5 last year before they finally brought Pickett in. And that's the thing. They were forced to bring Pickett in too soon. They didn't have a veteran quarterback like Big Ben that he could sit under for a year or two, and kind of just thrown into the fire with a horrible offensive coordinator, horrible offensive game plan. Couldn't run the ball, couldn't do anything. So he was kind of set up for failure, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mason is kind of like a Fitzpatrick, a
Well,
Tyrod.
let me just say this. I want to kind of rephrase that. So Tomlin tried to do that. That's what he brought in Trubisky, and he tried to do that. He tried to have a little bit more of a veteran, but Trubisky wasn't really a veteran. He was still a young quarterback that never proved himself, and that's not the kind of guy you wanted to mentor your number one pick, right?
Rick with the modern. How the hell you got Trubisky out of nowhere, bro?
Yeah, why do you have
who
that?
wants to buy this from me?
Why do you have that? That's like
Trust
something
that
that you like. I don't know. That's an oxymoron.
Where the hell you got Trubisky, bro?
I got some modern stuff, man. Come on.
Where the hell you get?
You want to see some more modern? I got all kinds of modern.
Let's go. Let's see the modern, bro.
What do you want to see?
Let's see some Brock Purdy. I know you got plenty of his ass.
I got Brock Purdy here.
What am I out? Oh, there I am.
I don't have control, so I can't
there?
solo. Yeah.
How many Purdys you have?
Can you see me?
Rick.
Hear me?
Rick,
Yes.
with the amount of money you spend
John,
on
can you
cards,
hear me?
with
Yes.
the amount of money,
Oh,
the amount of money
what's
this guy
going on,
spent
man?
on
I don't
REA,
know.
This
Did
guy,
you not pay those ridiculously high taxes out there in
This-
California?
This is what I'm saying. The guy has type 1 photos up the wazoo, gets Babe Ruth, and he can't afford more than $1. The guy has AOL internet. Come on, pick up your game, bro.
Me?
Cleveland's gonna be so much fun.
I got a Brock Purdy here.
Ooh,
There we go, baby.
I got another one. These are the two I just got in. I think I paid $3 for these.
$3, always $3, baby. Is
No,
everyone?
I'm being serious though. They were, his stuff. Unless it's a autograph, the autograph numbered,
RPAs,
which
yeah.
go for a ridiculous amount of money. Everything else is super cheap.
Yeah, isn't that funny, man? If it's not RPA or auto, a number. And the thing is, I was getting into it with James, not getting into it, but discussing, because I'm going down that rabbit hole of Hall of Fame autos. But it's ridiculous to me because if you're in it for the auto, these parallels they make no sense. There's autos of guys on, cards to 10. But the auto, you could tell like it was like auto 1000 because the auto is either smeared or shaky. But because the card itself is numbered 10, is worth 3x. I'm like, give me the card to number 99. I could care less. The auto is so clean and crisp. It makes no sense to me why people are paying more because the card is card is numbered. Go for the auto, the clean looking, crispy auto that's numbered to 99, numbered to 500, opposed to the one that's 1-for-1. It's kind of like that Steph Curry, like the Jeff Wilson. Jeff he got a Steph Curry number to 20 or number to 25, but that auto was so ridiculous. You can see he came off the card and went into the jersey a little bit. It was janky, but he was so fixated on that. Oh, the card is numbered to 25 RPA. But the auto itself was sloppy. Like
I don't get all goo over autos, and I'm so glad because you have to pay so much more for these autograph rookies. Like I'll get some like TJ Watt. I got like some of the guys I really really like, but I stay away from the rest. I mean, unless I can get them cheap.
you know whose autograph I would like?
Just because I don't care that much about them.
I would like Mrs. Watt's autograph. I mean, between JJ Watt and TJ Watt got 19 sacks. Bro, what are they feeding those kids? I mean, between the Watts, bro.
I know.
Those guys are monsters. Monsters.
I know it.
How How bad is he hurt? Is it just a little sprain? Is
I
it
haven't heard. I haven't heard.
oh,
I mean, it was. It didn't look that bad when you saw it. Somebody just kind of bumped him from behind, but he was on the ground, pounding the ground.
it looked like it was
I don't think
hyperextended.
it was because he was in such pain. I think he was pissed that he might not be able to play.
Yeah, it looked like it was hyperextended. Like it bent a little bit the wrong way.
Yeah, it
You
could be.
know,
Yeah,
oof. That's
I
rough.
doubt he'll see any action for in this playoff game, or if they somehow manage to win
That's,
the next one.
that's
He's probably out for till next year.
damn
They
sure.
have two good fill-ins for him,
Yeah,
but
well,
I mean, you just can't replace him. I've
you can't.
single-handedly watched him win 5 games for us, he practically alone, all by himself.
And that's what I was going to
You
tell you.
just
Yeah, you might
you
have a
can't
good
replace
backup. You might have a good backup, but unless you're bringing the National Guard, you're not replacing him. The
that.
guy's phenomenal.
Here's the amazing thing,
Ooh,
and I
nice.
wanted to take film of this. He is held on every single play, like literally held on every single play. James Harrison used to be the same way, and they never call it ever.
Because the
Like
game
once
will
in a
be
blue
4
moon,
hours. Rick, where you
nobody
got
could block him.
Sabathia? Look, my man's bringing CC Sabathia, Gary Sheffield. What's
Rick, we didn't know you had these cards. Wait, is your
How
grandson
about Kevin
visiting?
Minch? Is he a good one?
I can't tell. Who's this?
Kevin Minch.
Kevin Minch, bro.
Kevin Minch.
Rangers legend.
For him. Oh, here we go. I'm bringing out a box here of all these
Rick, you're gonna bore our
AJ
guests.
Burnett.
AJ Burnett,
Remember
bro.
AJ Burnett, he was a
one
good pitcher.
for Florida.
Where are you coming up with this? Bro?
AJ Burnett was a good pitcher.
Brad
What are you
Hawk.
talking about?
First off, I want to know what box this is. Where you got? Where you coming up with this
Number
stuff?
Gerald Wallace.
Oh, he's going
You
basketball.
got some. Come on, man.
Lou,
some
can
modern
you
stuff
call
here.
the nurse to come get him back to his room? I think
We
he's
gotta do
going
a-
AWOL on us.
We gotta do a welfare check.
He's having
Mike
an
Williams.
incident.
I just picked this up.
How
No,
about a Juan
Musina.
Franco? There we go.
No, Mike Musina. Oh, Wander Franco.
Rick, will you stop showing Wonder Franco? You're going to get us kicked off of YouTube.
Have you seen? I mean, I won't get too deep into that, but have you guys seen some of the Instagram stuff that I've been posted about, like the knowledge he had? It's ridiculous.
The what?
He had, I mean, the knowledge. You know, there's no Trevor Bauer situation in this one. You know how Trevor Bauer was pretty much exiled from baseball and he was completely innocent. Wander Franco has no excuse. I mean, there are screenshots of text messages, knowledge that he knew what he was doing.
Eddie Johnson.
Wow, it was terrible.
Yeah, we'll save that for another discussion.
We could do that. I
I
picked up.
have no interest. I have no interest in even coming remotely close to talking about that.
I'm gonna have to burn his cards. Ooh, that'd be a great
Charles
live
Woodson.
stream. That'd be a great live stream, bro.
Oops, there I go again.
Let's burn
You know
some-
what would be a great live stream, and going on through all the players that broke our hearts when we started collecting their rookie cards, because
Ooh,
there are a boatload. If you go back to the 80s or 90s, starting over the years.
who broke my heart?
One,
The Corey
two,
Snyder. I mean,
autograph.
guys that like you bought their rookie cards. They were a hot rookie. You remember when Corey Snyder came up, Kent Herbeck, who had a good
Herbeck.
career. He had a good career, but he was so highly touted. Like he could never live up
I
to
got
the
one.
hype when he was coming up A lot of those guys were
You know
like
who was
that. They had a good career, but could never live up to the hype.
You know who was my guy in basketball? You guys follow all the sports, but Darius Miles was my guy.
Yeah.
Like I spent so much finding rookie cards because following he was piggybacking off of Kevin Garnett. I thought Darius Miles with the knucklehead, him and Quentin Richardson. I thought Darius Miles was the next coming, and that didn't work out. Steve Francis, Stevie Franchise in Houston. I thought was going to be a big one. I got so many Steve franchise rookie cards.
I go back to the
Hey,
Joe Charbonneau
let's
days.
do one.
Joe
Let's
Charbonneau,
do
Rick, you
one
remember him?
where you guys collect.
Rick's
Yeah. I mean, how about Lyle
How about Juan
Overband?
Rivera? Juan Rivera was another one. Rocco Baldelli, although that wasn't his fault.
wasn't
He
his
got
fault.
sick. I was buying his rookie cards.
Yeah, Rocco was with the Italian name center field. They were comparing him to a lot of Italian greats. But,
Yeah, he was talented, but he
he was
just
great.
he got sick.
Yeah. You know, I know
He
about
became a
Rocco.
coach, didn't he?
Yeah, with Minnesota. He
Yeah.
actually won Manager of the Year, I believe, with the Twins.
Okay.
Rick, what
Who
were
was
you
that other
a great
guy?
name.
Crone Figgins or something?
Sean Figgins. You don't remember Sean
What was his
Figgins?
name?
Sean Figgins.
Boof,
Yeah, you remember him?
Boof Bonzer. Boof Bonzer.
Who's that, bro?
Where is he coming up with this stuff?
Sean Figgins was actually legit, though. He played
Can
for the
you mute?
Mariners.
Can you mute one of the guests on here?
You can. You're the
Boof.
host. I don't have the access.
Boof Bonzer.
No, I'm asking if it could be done.
Yeah, of course.
We
Who's
got to
that?
cut him off.
Rick, who is that? Who's Bones?
I told you, Boof Bonzer.
He's going off the deep end.
Boof. B-O-F.
Who's Boof?
Boof.
He
He's a
must have played
Giants
for the
prospect.
Giants.
Yep.
I know from Back to the Future.
Oh, I remember a pitcher, Pirates
That's
drafted
it.
a pitcher number 1, Brian Bullington. I'm not sure he ever even stepped on the field. I think he was the number 1 overall pick, but he was definitely the Pirates' number 1. No, he probably wasn't number 1 overall, but I don't remember. That was around 2002-ish, 2 or 3, somewhere in there. Brian Bullington.
Oh, we went up a little bit.
Any Pirate fans remember him?
We got 167 subscribers.
Chris Snelling. Remember Chris Snelling?
I know Blake Snelling or Snell. Snell.
Oh, here we go. I was big onto this guy. Carl Crawford.
Oh, hell yeah. He was great till he went to Boston. The thing with the Rays, if the Rays get rid of you, there's a reason. Like Glass now, who went to the Dodgers, signed a nice little contract. The Rays are not dumb. They've been operating on a low payroll for a long time. They're great evaluators of talent, especially arm talent. And they didn't want to pay Glass now the $20 million he had upcoming. So, the Dodgers are excited. They got Shohei. They got, the new cat from Japan, and they got Glass now. Watch out. Rays don't give up on guys that they think still have talent, or at least a little juice. Like Snell kind of faltered for a little bit. He found his way. He got his second Cy Young, which is, I don't want to say surprising because Blake Snell always had talent. But, yeah, if the Rays are trading you, letting you go, there's a reason.
Oh, spoken like a true fan.
Well, I mean, how many trades have the Rays lost?
I thought Glass now would turn out to be a really good pitcher.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you coming from the Pirates. I mean, the Rays, that trade with Austin Meadows, Glass now, and they got Shane Baz on top of it too, who's still in our. He's pitched a little bit last year, but he really hasn't started or been a full-time starter.
Ben McDonald.
That was a ridiculous trade with Archer. Archer amounted
Todd
to
Zeile.
nothing after that. Todd Zeile was great. That's a good one. My boy Dylan. Where's Dylan at? He'll jump on.
I saw somebody say somebody said Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams had that one amazing season with Miami, though, man. He was unstoppable.
Yeah. But would you trade your whole draft?
No, that was absurd.
So
he had that kind of talent. Well, there's a perfect example of what we were talking about a little earlier. He certainly had the talent, but you have to have more than talent to excel in pro sports.
Like an offensive line.
Oh, I just showed that. I just showed that card earlier, Rick.
I got
Soriano.
that.
Soriano was good.
He was my guy.
Mark
He was-
Pryor.
Soriano was my guy. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah.
Oh, who was that pitcher? I bought all kind of cards of him, and then Japanese pitcher Kaz Ishii for the Dodgers. Remember him? No? Yes? No?
Kazushi, wasn't he a Met?
No.
No, Dodgers.
Oh, I think you're right. You're right. Here's my Alfonso Soriano. Rachel, my wife, got me this in college because he was my favorite after
Yeah, man, he was good.
Robbie Cano was pretty much done. Got traded.
I have another one here too. That's a really cool card.
I mean,
I
this
just
card's
showed
like
these.
$5 now, but she bought this back in the day for like 100.
Here, this one too.
Ooh, very nice. That's a good one. What is that? Gold? Is that numbered?
Yeah. Topps rookie card. And we know it's a rookie card because it says rookie card on it.
John, you stop. Stop it right now, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
And that's yeah. How about Dontrell Willis? I loved him.
He was before
Yeah.
Shohei and before, all these guys. He was the best hit. Do you remember they will pinch hit him? He will come in to pinch hit. He was that good of a hitter.
I liked him. Back then I liked him and K-Rod. I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
K-Rod in that
Hey,
World Series as a rookie.
You know who I used to love seeing? Lima time, Jose Lima. Do you remember Jose Lima?
I do.
Lima time.
I don't remember
Lou,
much
did
about him.
Mike
I don't think I
King-
saw him play much.
Did Mike King turn out to be anything?
No,
Mike King.
no, Yankee
King,
guy.
it's got it out of here.
Yeah, Yankee prospect. He didn't.
Jeff King wasn't bad.
How about this rookie card? I got this on the desk. No, Miggy.
I got some
Oh,
Miggies
yeah.
here.
I got that one somewhere. What the heck?
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Not that wrong, Miggy, bro. That's the Hall of Famer Triple Crown winner.
Oh, who are you showing?
I'm talking
I can't
about
see.
the Miggy who didn't amount to a Hall of Fame. Good, all very good.
Miggy who?
Tejada.
Oh, Tejada. But he was good.
He was
I
good.
just showed his rookie card too.
Yeah, he was good.
It even
this
has
was
the
the
price tag on it.
this was the
CC.
rookie card to get back in the day if I could find it.
What's that?
10% off. What's his work right now? DC.
You guys are making me work here.
This is just stuff on the desk. Rick started pulling just guys I've never
Number
heard.
Dundas Elite, number to 1,000.
Who's that?
DC, rookie.
Well, I'll show you a Bernie Williams rookie.
You guys are not interested.
Where's my Tejada?
Here's a 75 Munson. I just got this random.
Man.
Here's another Yankee, $5.
Oh,
Mike
here it
Lowell.
is. This was the Tejada card to get back in the day.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I have the Beltray. I got the Beltray in that one.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah. No, I don't have that
Man,
one. I have the other
man,
one.
it's like I knew it was coming.
I got the black. I don't have that
Oh,
one.
oh.
I got to pick that one up.
Yeah.
There's the Roy Halladay. Roy Halladay's in that year as well.
Oh, is that right?
Here's a future Hall of Famer.
You gonna send me that Roy Halladay?
You probably got 3 of them, bro.
No, I don't think I have the Roy Halladay.
Yeah, he's in the same year as that.
I didn't know about Roy Halladay back then, and that was when I stopped collecting, like around 2004, like the beginning of 2004.
Jeff Kent, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I didn't
Kent,
stop
baby.
collecting, but traveled around. I wasn't buying anything or keeping up with it.
Rick,
I never
know
stopped
Rick is a
collecting.
Hall of Famer. Rick, Jeff Kent's a Hall of Famer.
No, I would say no.
No,
No.
I think at second base he is.
Yeah.
No, are you
was-
guys of the? Hey, if he plays a certain position, he's a Hall of Famer, or overall aesthetics, eye appeal, not eye appeal, but eye test, he's a Hall of Famer because only argument Jeff Kent has is he's a second baseman. So yes, compare him to other second basemen, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to take that into account somewhat. Like in the old days, you didn't judge a shortstop the way you judged a right fielder.
That's true.
And catchers, have their own kind of criteria too. I don't know.
I think catchers should be on their own separate. Catchers are just a different animal, man. At least back in the day, it was a grueling position. I mean, these guys were getting concussed, injured, shoulder injuries, getting tackled at the plate all the time. Not so much now, but yeah, I mean, a 10, 12-year career at catcher was a solid career.
Yeah, you never see any 38-year-old catchers.
You did not. I mean,
they all moved to another position, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into the whole Joe Mauer thing. Joe Mauer played like 5 years at catcher. People want to put him in the Hall of Fame. He was a nice hitter, but I don't
Did
think
somebody say Joe Mauer?
Yeah,
I got him here.
I'm not a big fan of that.
He's gonna make it. I think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm watching the tracker. Mauer's in. Helton looks like he's in. Beltre's definitely in.
Hey, what's the tracker?
John, look at
for
this.
those of us who don't know.
Look at this, John.
Thibodeau, Ryan Thibodeau.
Oh, there you go. Frank Robinson.
Vintage,
Nice.
ungraded, a raw.
Hey, I'm all about
raw.
I don't like saying raw. I like saying ungraded.
Yeah, what do you mean raw? I like saying card. What do you mean ungraded?
Well,
you modify the card by grading it, not the other way around. And I don't think it's raw because you don't cook it, do you?
I guess I have stickers or these peel-offs. I guess I can't say raw because they're stickers. But these are dope.
Come on, man. How about John Jefferson? Great
That guy
receiver.
looks like a nerd. Look at those glasses, bro.
John Jefferson, great receiver.
John,
he was my second favorite receiver growing up.
John, I missed the first part. I was out of the house. What's up with the glasses, bro? You look
Just
like James Worthy. Who else?
Just trying to see, man.
Kurt Rambis. You look like Kurt Rambis.
It's my first time using them on here, and I just realized that they don't even help me read these. They must not be the right ones.
I mean, you guys are connoisseurs of basketball.
Card right here.
You don't remember Kurt Rambis?
Oh, of course I remember Kurt Rambis. Of course.
That's the legend right there.
Those big glasses, yeah.
This is Bill Cartwright's autograph. Okay, so I went to the first national I went to. He was signing for free. Okay,
DNA. I don't see it.
Great USF player. When they were in the heyday in San Francisco. So I get him. I'm gonna have him sign this card. Well, it's not him. It's a guy named Winford Boynes. So he goes, "Hey, do you know that's not me on the card? But I'll sign it anyway." It was the funniest thing, So it was his teammate Winford Boynes, but he signed the card. It says Bill Cartwright, but it's a different player. But he signed it anyway.
That's hilarious.
His handler was laughing, he goes, "It's not me."
You just getting autographs of players you don't even know.
Well, I know him, but I didn't know Bill Cartwright.
You didn't know what he looked like.
Didn't know what he looked like.
One of the ugliest free throw shooting guys in the league, Bill Cartwright.
How about this guy? This is such a great card. Artist Gilmore.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's a good.
He just passed. Didn't he pass away recently? Or
this is one of my favorite all-time basketball cards.
Really?
Junior Seau.
Junior Seau. I saw him when I was in San Diego, getting out of a limo.
That's a good card right there. I got a lot of 84s with me.
Andre Rison.
Andre Bad Moon Rison.
Anything Yount's doing?
As what's his name used to say, Robin Yount.
No.
Why would you want that? That's not a rookie card. That's junk. It's not a rookie card, and it's not even graded.
No,
Joe the
no,
Jet
no.
Perry.
Who's that?
Joe the
Joe
Jet
Perry was a
Perry.
good player.
You don't know who he is.
You still got your price tag on it. You still bought it?
Johnny Mize.
Oh, nice. Little big cat.
Johnny Mize. It's amazing how few times he struck out for a big home run hitter.
It's amazing.
Carl Hubble.
the-
Autograph.
One of the best lefties ever.
Do you have
It's
a lot of
amazing
these,
how-
John? I have a lot of these autographed. These were easy to get autographs.
Yeah, I have a few. I'm not that into autos. I have a bunch, but
Yeah,
and
you
and
got
and a lot of the ones I do have are from the 62 the 61 Fleer set that you just showed. I have some 60s too. Those were great cards to get signed back in the day.
That's
People
what
would
I
get
mean.
those signed because
Yeah.
they didn't want to sign their good cards. So they
Rick,
would
did you go-
get the
did you go
great
to
card
shows?
signed.
Rick, did you go to shows to get those signed, or did you TTM them?
No, these I bought online.
I gotcha. Here's a Mikey Schmidt.
Are those
Yeah.
Tiffany's that you're showing?
Yeah. Fisher Bike. I pulled him out because he wants me to he wants me to get them graded. So I was looking them. I'm not a grading type of guy. So I don't know.
I just think of all the great cards I could buy with the thousands I would send them.
I know. I mean, they're beautiful cards.
Or in my case, like a million.
Yeah, you'll go broke. I mean, even if you go with the top 10% of your collection, you still go broke.
It would be absurd. I could have like 3 dream cards.
Yeah. Ah, I cannot.
At least.
I've been doing my homework. I know exactly what I want to get. I got to pump the brakes because Christmas was good to me.
Yeah, man, you're spoiled rotten.
I'm so spoiled. She made me coffee this morning as well. So.
Oh man, you got it made. Hey guys, I think it's time to wrap this up.
This was fun doing these, looking through these boxes.
Yeah, it's fun for you.
Josh Phillips.
Where I did not know you had a card past 1970, bro.
Dustin Moore. Remember Dustin Moore?
I do not.
He has every Giant and every 49er.
Are you a big Yaz guy, Mike Yastrzemski? The grandson.
No.
He was a Giant, or is he still a Giant?
Yeah, where is he playing now?
Will the Thrill.
That's how bad he is. He's like, I don't even want to talk about Yaz, Mike Yastrzemski.
He's all right. He's a. Don't get me started on the Giants.
Is he still with the Giants? I don't even know.
God,
They strike out.
The owner is the richest owner in baseball, literally the richest owner.
Hey,
and they don't spend money. They're like the Red Sox. The Red Sox too. They're Giants and Red Sox are making hand over fist money, and they're just nickel and diming out there.
You're crying to the wrong guy over here.
That is not true, Rick. He's tried to get Judge. He's tried to get who else? He tried to get. He's trying to get the free agents. The free agents show up. They have the steak and lobster dinner, and they sign with someone else. It's not that he's not trying.
Yeah, but
they're not signing with him.
Yeah, but it's still they nickel and dime.
The Red Sox are nickel and dime them, but the Giants, like any hitter with any kind of knowledge or know-how, they're not going to go to damn. I was going to say Candlestick. They're not going to go to San Francisco to hit. Bonds was an animal. He's the only one.
But we could get pitching. I don't know.
I don't know. If you were a hitter, Judge, I mean, he hits 40 home runs in his sleep. He goes to San Francisco, he's going to hit 30 home runs. It's just that simple, man. It makes no sense to go.
This guy could pitch, but he doesn't look like a baseball pitcher. Rick Russell.
Rick
Rick
Russell
Russell.
was a good pitcher.
76.
He was a good hitter too, believe it or not. A little
What was his
slot.
brother's name?
Oh, Rick and see, you're gonna ding it.
It was Paul.
Oh,
Mr. Russell.
he was good. Rick Russell was good.
Yeah, he was
He
a real
looked
good
like a
pitcher.
pitcher though. Played for the Pirates, then he went to the Giants.
Well, John, I know
All
John's,
right, this is
John's
fun.
falling asleep.
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm tired of looking at the top of Rick's head there. Looking at cards.
Rick, you need to upgrade your AOL. I think I got a CD in the
I don't know
garage.
what's going on. I think it's John's, man. I'm telling you.
All right,
John-
guys. Hey,
John is
everybody
smooth.
that's been watching, thanks for hanging out.
Bunch of old farts.
I'm the
All right,
I'm the
guys.
youngest of the old farts.
See you. Let me know when you want to do this again.
Like and subscribe. Well, with a plan, we just jump on here. We need a
Why do you
plan.
need a
think it was-
plan?
Actually,
I mean, the
we should do this
conversation,
again.
but the conversation will go in different directions. And
That's
it's like going to the National. You don't want to have a plan. What if you see something really great and you already blew your wad on a card that you had predetermined?
You're
Because
right,
the thing
bro.
is if you want a card that you can't acquire, I don't know, maybe it's changing a little
So
bit, but I always
excited.
felt like I could get that card cheaper elsewhere. Because in Atlantic City, those prices were high.
Yeah.
But last year in Chicago, people were dealing. So you could make some deals in Chicago, but Atlantic City, no one was dealing like that. Didn't you think so? They were. I thought they were high. So I came home and ended up buying a bunch of cards for cheaper afterwards.
Yeah, I love the whole song and dance, but AC was tough. It was tough to negotiate in AC.
It was really tough, and Chicago was a total opposite of that. I thought
I think
I got
Cleveland's
good.
gonna
I
be-
got good deals on everything.
Cleveland's
I
gonna be
bought.
even better, bro. Cleveland's
I hope so.
it's gonna be a buyer's
I hope
market.
so.
Didn't Jose Pagan play for Pirates too?
Yes,
just
he
John.
did. He was part of the '71 World Series team.
Here's his autograph right here, baby.
That's 60.
You know, Jose Pagan was a pretty decent ball player.
Where's the border on that 61?
Somebody trimmed it. Somebody
That's
trimmed
a
it.
'61 Pagan. I don't know if I have that.
That's a 61, bro. Look at that thing.
Sign,
I'm not
baby.
sure if I have that. I
Looks
have
like
the
a
'61 Matty Alou, also
Oh.
played for my Pirates. I think he won the. What year did he win the batting title? '68.
Got that Matty. Got that Matty.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Hey,
Cut us
thanks for
off.
joining me. Thanks everybody for watching.
Sorry, poor collectors. I just called in sick.